Hello, my name is Muhammad and I'll be answering the question, what is Asia for Asians? Before I answer the question, I would like to add some details. First, that Malaysia used to be called the Malaya and it was being conquered by the Britons. Second, the Japanese wanted to conquer Malaysia and Malaya at that time, so they used the propaganda term Asia for Asians to trick the Malaysians on working with them to beat the Britons. And they planned to beat the Britons with the help of Malaya and then conquer Malaya, which did work sooner after they beat the Britons. But then unfortunately, not long after that, they had to pull back their forces because of the side effects of the World War II nukes.
Essentially, the KMM was a political party that was built on the foundation of an anti-colonial nation. It was founded by Ibrahim Yaakob and the vice president was Mustafa Hussein. The idea of Asia for Asians was very enticing for them, which led them to collab with the Japanese on several occasions, such as taking over Singapore. This was done with the hope that the Japanese army would grant independence to Malaya, finally ridding them from British occupation. Such dreams were shot down when Mustafa Hussein proposed for Malayan independence to the Japanese army when they arrived in Kuala Lumpur early 1942, but the proposal was ultimately shot down, with one of the commanders saying that, "Let Japan be the father, Malays, Chinese and Indians the children, but if the Malay needed more food, the Japan would provide." A second attempt was made to proclaim national independence with a mass gathering at KL on 17 August 1945. But with the bombing of Hiroshima on 6 August, followed by Nagasaki, the Japanese army ordered a sudden retreat, making way for the British to reoccupy Malaya and destroying the hopes of Malayan independence, which was mere days away.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Amir Rashid and I'm going to answer the question number 3, which is what is searching? Searching is a systematic purge of perceived hostile elements among the Chinese by the Japanese military. Searching is actually a mass murder, but it was also called cleansing by purification. One of the examples from the video of searching is the Japanese told the local Chinese of Kampar Town and they were sent to Kampar Town Padang. The soldiers divided the Chinese locals to two groups. First group is the military potential soldier, which is 15 to 50 years old, and the other one was women and children. Some of them were almost half of them were killed by the Japanese. And the next example is the Japanese told the Chinese locals to go line up and get the free food, but then the Japanese took them to a jungle and they were all killed by the Japanese. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Akmar and I'll be answering the question for number 4. What is Seishin? Seishin is a strong spirit that the Japanese wanted to embed into the locals so that they will be punctual and strong in any scenario during that time. Okay, for the first example is that they must follow an exacting routine early in the morning, such as singing the Japanese national anthem, that is Kimigayo, and having the exercise and the physical exercise so that the blood will circulate around the body. And for the second example is that on special occasion, they will praise the Japanese emperor, so that it will be equivalent to "Long live the king," and they also have to learn the Japanese way, and some of them are like learning the Japanese language.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Alif and I will be explaining about the experience of Muhammad Saleh at that railway station. So, the first encounter by Muhammad Saleh encountered a mysterious guy at Buloh Kasab. So he was offered to work at Siam, who is 700 kilometers far from home. So he was offered the price was waiting for him. It was that a lot of food and a lot of grains. So by the time he arrived there, he only got a few grains that was promised by him. So, and he was shocked when he arrived there. He saw a lot of people work there non-stop, and he only saw a hell on earth that you cannot imagine. So there's a lot of races at Siam working on that railway station. So there's Malay, Chinese and Indian, and including British. So the British people wear underpants while working on that railway station. The Japanese forces them to wear underpants without any clothes. Furthermore, the task was given every hour, and they have to accomplish that railway station in every day, 24 hours non-stop. So even in unconditional weathers, example as drenching rain and hot sunny weathers, can you imagine that? Can you imagine you working in drenching rain and hot sunny weather? You would surely die, right? So Muhammad Saleh experienced that once. So he worked there. The Japanese forced the slaves to work. The Japanese doesn't tolerate any mistake. So if there's someone who make mistake, they will punish. They will be punished by the Japanese. So they punish them. Either they don't give food, or they punish them until they die. So can you imagine that 24 hours that they work with minimal foods, 24 hours in hot sunny weather. So the conclusion you will get is there will be a lot of bodies, am I right? So when there is a lot of bodies, the Japanese people made a big pit, a huge hole with a pile of dead bodies near that railway station. When there's a dead people, they will just throw the body inside the big pit. They didn't even make a funeral for them. They just throw and wait for other people to die and just bury them like that. So conclusion for me from what I get from Muhammad Saleh. So Japanese was very, very cool people indeed. There was a girl rape. They have a mass murderer. They hold on grudges. I hope this will not be happen in the near future again. That is all from me. Thank you.